I've had a few pop up. I'm like, what the hell are these? Why am I sub to them?
Right. Yeah, YouTube is YouTube, man. Anyway, sorry for the not having a Friday stream, guys, but we're here on Saturday. I'm here with my partner in crime, Jay Thompson. It's a Saturday stream. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about some local news and talk about things that we're thankful for. How's that sound to you, Jay?
All right. Why am I so dark on your screen, but I'm so bright on StreamYard?
You got me. Technology?
Hmm. Let
Maybe
me
you
go
need
let me
to.
go do a light thing.
All right. Yep.
I thought I had more on, but I'm still pretty dark on YouTube, and I can see myself
I don't,
clearly on here.
I'm going to try to record my screen here for this news article, but I don't know. Like it's kind of I should have grabbed the link before I started the stream. Is what I should have done.
Sure, sure. Well, let me go play with the light switches. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. So I don't know how it's going to work and showing up on my screen or anything. We'll tackle that as we get to it. Anyway, I hope you guys, everybody's having a happy Saturday. I had a good time over at Rise and Picks channel last night. Shout out to Roy. Shout out to Michael and Angry Otter Comics. Had a blast. Owe some money, but you know it is what it is. I'm working on that. Feet pictures on OnlyFans, guys. Like I figure if I clip my toenails, I got a shot. Allegedly, but here, let's try this. While Jay's doing that, I'm going to screw around with my camera here and see if I can get my end set up here. All right. Can we? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read. I got it upside down. Damn it. Okay. Flip it right back up. When I've got the tablet facing me, I can't see where the camera lens is on the other side sometimes. All right. Yeah, you guys probably can't really.
Not really. I mean, you got a good shot of it anyway. Maybe raise it up just a little.
I'm going to try to put it in full screen here. I'm going to go through this article with you guys. We're just going to go ahead and get started here. So, okay, this is a local news story from right here in Knoxville, Iowa. Now, to give you guys a little bit of backstory here, they have a thing every November around Thanksgiving, and everybody starts thinking about Christmas. They light the Christmas tree, and they promote all the businesses on the square here, and that's all well and fine. We're okay so far, right? But why is everybody standing around on the square looking not smart? Well, I'm going to tell you why, guys. I'm going to tell you why. Because emergency rescue crews respond to Carriage incident on the Knoxville Square Thursday night. This happened on Thursday night, guys. So what happened is they got these carriages. Now, I'll give you guys some backstory on the carriages up there. They have horse-drawn carriages, and you can get on one of these. I think it's like a few bucks. If you pay them a few bucks, they'll give you a ride around the square on a horse-drawn carriage like the olden times. And I guess a kid, they say, okay, well, let's just read the article. Let's just go ahead and just go start read the article and what happened here. So the Knoxville Fire. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to read it for you guys. Like, if you KNIA KRLS, there's the link. If you guys want to, I wish I would have grabbed it before I started my stream. But anyway, this is on the radio station website. So the Knoxville Fire Department and Knoxville Police Department were alerted to an incident on Knoxville Square that involved a horse-drawn carriage during living windows Thursday night. It was reported that at 6:23 p.m. that a juvenile on a skateboard caused a loud noise by slamming the front wheels of the skateboard onto the concrete in a horse's blind spot. This startled the horses and caused them to swerve into a group of people. I want you to remember that part. It's important, and we're going to come back to it here in a minute. One person was transported to Knoxville Hospital to be evaluated for injuries caused during the incident. The Knoxville Police Department is investigating and asking for anyone who witnessed the incident to contact dispatch, and there's the phone number for the dispatch, and ask to speak to a Knoxville police officer. Agencies on scene included Knoxville Fire Department, Knoxville Police Department, Knoxville Rural Fire Department, Marion County Sheriff's Office, and the Marion County Emergency Management. That's another thing about this place. We have all these things for something that, you know, shouldn't have happened in the first place. Okay, so going back up here, whose fault is it? Is it the kid on the skateboard's fault, or is it the asshole's fault that puts horses on the middle of a square, on the square in front of a bunch of people? Okay, who's at fault here? You guys tell me. You guys, I have talked to Jay about it. I know Jay's take. Jay can weigh in on this. Thanks for posting that in the Discord, by the way, Jay. That's the web link for anybody who I did post it in Discord. So, but anyway,
oh shit!
I'm gonna get out.
Oh my god! I had to search hard for. I didn't even know it was in the Discord. Wow.
It was in the Discord. But
I worked really hard for that for nothing. Thanks, Sam.
Right. Well, I didn't know you did it until you posted it. But anyway, Jay, you know, he's got a good point. It depends on who had the horses go up there. I thought about calling the police department and saying, well, it could be the asshole that put the 1,000-pound horse on the square with a bunch of people. That's who I'd look at first, because it sounds to me like Knoxville trying to get out of a lawsuit for somebody being injured. That's what it sounds like to me is going on here.
I think calling the popos not a good idea.
Well, I mean, they said to anybody with information. I got a whole bunch of information just reading the article. I mean, but I do want to add my disclaimer. I hope the person that's injured is not serious, and I hope they get well. And if they did incur any medical injuries, I hope that they're compensated for those. So, I think it's a lot of stuff like this happens here that's completely preventable. And the Einsteins running the show, the people that put these things into place, they don't ever take any accountability for any of it at all. It's always the kid on the skateboard's fault in this town. It's always that. This is just one example of it, okay? I can show you 50 other ones if you guys, you know, make it a weekly freaking thing if I wanted to. But that's my take on it. Again, I live here, so I kind of know how things work. I know business. There's Art 101 here in town. I know the owner of that. I know his wife. Like, I know businesses up there, so you know it's not like I don't know any businesses in town. You know.
Sure.
But I know how things work here, and that's how that article struck me. Is we're trying to get ourselves out of a lawsuit because they're constantly doing stuff like this that injures people, and then they get sued and so on. So I just wanted to share you a little bit of my what I deal with here and the attitudes and the you know the prevailing sentiment here in town. You know what I deal with, the kind of stupidity I have to deal with. And the thing is, I was going to go up there that night, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I would have been right in the firing lane from where I was going to be heading to. So I'm thankful. I guess that's the thankful bit, is I'm thankful I didn't go up there, and I'm going to try to keep myself as distance from Knoxville stupidity as humanly possible. At the same time, I'm going to call them out on their bullshit if I have to.
Right.
That's where I'm at with the entire situation here. So just wanted to share that with you guys. It's kind of a crazy situation. It's never happened before up there, but I kind of wondered when I went up there and rode around at the square with my daughter, because I had my daughter with me. I was kind of worried that it wasn't safe. You know what I mean? So that was the other part that struck me about that. But anyway, with all that said, guys, what do you got plans for Thanksgiving, Jay? What you got going on this year?
Watching the Cowboys lose. Yeah, I said that.
Did the Packers play on Thanksgiving?
Nope.
Sometimes they play the Lions, so.
Yeah, something. Well, yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers' Hail Mary, Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, it was. I watched that game, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn, I'm still trying to find the one that happened up in, oh God, the Cover Bridge Festival up here.
Oh, yeah, Jay's trying to find his example. Jay, this is a thing in Iowa, too, like horses, like interaction with animals and human beings, because we're a rural state, guys. Like, Jay posted in Discord that deer he seen. Like, that deer just sat right down in front of him, man. Like, Jay would have had a rifle, he could have fucking did his taxes before he shot it.
Yeah.
Not that Jay would shoot a deer. I'm just saying, if he was a hunter, he could have done it easily.
I mean, Jay wasn't hungry.
Right. Yeah. If Jay needed a meal, he might have shot him. But all right.
Besides, I'm a U.S. Marine. Who the hell needs a weapon to take down a damn deer?
Right. Well, yeah. Again, he laid down right in front of you. You could have walked up to him, probably. You could have probably walked up and cut his throat if you wanted to. But, no, it was really cool, and just shows that we're a rural state, and if animals and things aren't if nature isn't your thing, then maybe Iowa is not your state, because it's dangerous here. If you again, I know, like, I was raised, my family had horses on their farm, and so I know the inherent dangers of getting on a horse and what can go wrong. So,
geez, they got all kinds of them.
Right. It's a common thing that happens here, but like, it makes me wonder what made them think putting horses on the square with that many people was a good idea. And again, like those ones that I told you about in Times Square, those horses in Times Square, those horses receive special training so they don't get spooked like that. They have to train those horses. But I know they sometimes, like, at the racetrack over here, they'll have those horse competitions where they'll like jump over the obstacles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like they do that here sometimes. And again, I don't mind having like people having horses or anything, but just be safe and smart, Like, people are going to be there. Like, if you have an event and people are around, yeah, there might be a kid on a skateboard somewhere, you got to account for that.
Right. Well, kids shouldn't be having a skateboard out there when there's a big old thing going on downtown either.
Right. Well, they do have a skateboard park here too. That's another,
sure
little tidbit of information there. There's a whole lot of information that goes into it, but like, again, I know how this town operates, and it just screams to me that the more lack of accountability on Knoxville, Iowa's part. So I'm going to make fun of them and tell them that they lack accountability, and what are they going to do about it? Like, well, what's Knoxville going to do about it? I want to make fun of Knoxville. They were standing around. I see videos on here. I don't know if you ever watch The World According to Briggs before or not. Like, he'll do a video about each state in the United States, and like things about it and facts and stuff like that. Underneath any Iowa video you see, everybody in the comments, oh, we're so smart in Iowa. Oh, we're fucking brilliant in Iowa. Oh my God, I'm fucking Einstein in Iowa. And then I go and find you guys, an article like that,
Right.
Iowa is not the mecca of education that some people think it is.
No, we're a bunch of fucking hicks out here, man.
I think that's the only way that you're
right. I'm not saying you can't be educated in certain ways, but like, that doesn't mean you're Albert Einstein either. Everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses, that's for sure. But and again, know your limits. That's another point of that story. Know your limitations. Know that if a 1,000-pound horse decides to go a direction, there ain't shit you can do about it. Like, unless like you're the Big Show or something. You know what I mean? Even then, it's iffy. But again, I was raised on a farm. I know things can go wrong pretty badly. I knew a lot of guys that only had one hand because they got their hand caught in the corn thrasher and shit like that,
Sure. No, not that. Damn it. I'm having the worst time finding it, but I mean, it's clear as day in my memory.
I'm sure it was. I'm glad I wasn't there to see it, because, I probably would have said something right then and there about it. I'm like, well, wait a minute. No. And I don't know the details. Like, I know city council had to sign off on it. I know that, because nothing, like I said, I used to do the farmers market up there. So I know the rules, I know the regulations, I know the whole thing,
Well, this would have been between 79 and 82, maybe.
You probably have to go to a digital archive for something that far back, I'd think. Like, that'd be my advice.
I have no fucking clue what one of them things are.
It is kind of a pain in the ass to navigate.
Right.
unless you go to a library and ask them, like, hey, do you have a digital newspaper thing or something? Because like here in town, they have blueprints for the fucking VA still here at the library here. At least last time I checked.
Sure.
You know, I can go find out any information about this. I know all its weak points. I know where to hit it, where it's going to hurt. You know, I studied all this shit. You know, I've mapped it out. Allegedly. I was at a circus handing out balloons, officer. Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one. I even took a picture of it.
Yep, the puffer fish. Yep.
Yep.
The puffer fish. That was great.
I couldn't think of another round animal.
All right. No, just a little bit of common sense goes a long way, I guess, is my moral of the story here. A little bit of common sense. You know, these people here, they live in the same state that we do. They should have access to the same information we do. It's common sense, folks. But I hope that the person isn't seriously injured that got injured. Because, again, 1,000-pound horse hitting you, it's not a... Like, I'd rather get hit by a 300-pound linebacker in the NFL than a fucking horse, full-grown horse, you know?
I don't think there's such thing as a 300-pound linebacker anymore.
Right. Well, yeah, maybe back when Mike Ditka played. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays, defenses seem to be built for speed, not in the NFL, not so much size.
Well, it's because everybody wears a skirt now, especially the damn quarterback. From the age to kill the quarterback.
Sometimes they did kill the quarterback. Again, that's another thing where people have died on the field before. Wrestling, people like to say wrestling's fake. Dude, people have died in the fucking ring.
Yeah, I mean, it's scripted, but
doesn't mean scripted. Don't mean you can't get hurt.
Yeah. I see that. Go out there and Sid Vicious did a good job faking his broken leg.
Do me a favor, type Stuntman into your Google search, and I did this, and it came out with the job description basically of a stuntman in Hollywood. You may get broken bones, cut lacerations, concussions. You could even fucking die being a stuntman in Hollywood. Or a woman, I guess.
Okay, after looking to buy one, right? That's the first thing. Save on Stuntman.
Right. It should be one like it should give say Stuntman. It should give a list of the job hazards. But
there is, and where the fuck did I see it? Oh, Stuntman job subscription and how to get started.
No, it's not that. It's job description, but it's more the listing of what can go wrong. Like you could break bones. You could a whole host of shit can go wrong. Making a movie is a fucking dangerous thing. Is my point. You can
get dead. Dar Robinson. Yeah.
Yeah. Jackie Chan. I mean, he's broken every single bone in his body at least twice, maybe more than that. And he does all his own stunts, But anyway, going back to we're off topic. Going back to the Thanksgiving thing. What do you got planned for Thanksgiving this year?
Watching the Cowboys lose, getting fat while I do
it. Who do they play? I don't even know who they're playing on. Don't matter.
I don't know. Don't care. Don't care. I just know who I'm not rooting for.
Right.
I physically can't do it. I cannot root for the Cowboys. I just can't. It's impossible.
They're looking like a legit team this year. Of course, they look like a legit team every year, so you don't really. Fucking Bills looked like a legit team for 4 years in a row, and look how that went.
Yeah, ran into the Cowboys, Redskins, and Giants.
What do you think about Otani? Two-time unanimous MVP. Like, no way. Here's two things that never happened in baseball, guys. Unanimous Hall of Fame. I think Griffey got in unanimous, didn't he? Wasn't Griffey unanimous?
No.
No,
No.
he wasn't. It rarely ever happens. Like, it rarely fucking ever happens.
One time.
Right, right.
Mariano
And it's never
Rivera.
happened that you got 2 unanimous MVPs. Like, that's never happened.
Oh, I thought you said Hall of Fame.
Well, Hall of Fame hardly ever happens. And here's the thing about those sports writers. To get them to agree about anything is a damn difficult decision, let alone who gets in the Hall of Fame. So, I mean...
Yeah.
I don't even think Derek Jeter got unanimously voted in. I think, like, one person voted against him. It's like, who the fuck voted?
Rivera.
Yeah, Mariano Rivera. That's the one. Yep, that's the other one.
The
Yep.
only one.
Oh, and he deserved a unanimous.
Yeah.
Oh, you just now sent my link out.
No, to my phone anyway.
All right. Well, I'm wondering who else it didn't send it out to.
Well, I get
YouTube is pulling. YouTube is pulling its shenanigans tonight. Well, allegedly.
Well, maybe you're on double secret probation.
All right, I probably am.
Yeah, Halloween gate.
Yeah, no, Friday the 13th gate. I'm thankful I'm not
Halloween.
Paramount right now. I'll put that.
It was on Halloween, so.
No, it was, when I watched the movie, that was Friday the 13th. My testimony was October 30th.
Yeah,
right. Well. Yep. I did a lot of shit in October. It's tough for me to keep straight. Trust me.
Yeah.
I did a lot of shit. I didn't even tell you guys everything I did because it all ain't came to fruition yet. So a lot of stuff I won't say until because I don't want to jinx it.
Right.
Not that I don't think I got a good plan. It's just if I open my big fat fucking mouth, it'll probably fucking screw it up. So. Again, going back to the, Rachel Ziegler and the Hollywood thing, like if she would have just kept her fucking mouth shut, everything would have been good. But no, I had to go out there and tell everybody all her business.
All right, you're having mic issues.
Am I?
Yeah.
Am I? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I mean, it's not a constant thing.
Gosh dang it. This... I got my earbuds in, so that's weird.
Oh no, your mic was cutting in and out and going robot.
Yeah, I had my arm on the cord here for it. I hate having to wear these earbuds.
How dare you be comfortable?
Right. Well, I actually cleaned today. We're getting ready to, Thanksgiving. I'm trying to get the dishes done and clean the house so I can put my Christmas tree up and, all that kind of stuff. So it was a busy day. I still got laundry to do. All that kind of shit.
I had mine done.
Been a week, man. I almost prefer to do my own laundry, but one thing I've learned here in Knoxville is you can't trust anybody to do anything for you. I guess and in a way that's a good thing. Be thankful that you don't have to live around this shit. I know people say it's the same everywhere, but that's not really a good excuse.
What you really need to do is you need to get yourself a Kevin.
I mean, not really. No, I'm good. I don't need a Kevin. I made it this far,
Oh, I made it this far not this far. I've known him for about 10 years now, but
outside of Knoxville, everything's going fine for me, man. I'm doing great. I really got nothing to complain about myself, but the town that kind of screwed me over and left me for dead is looking pretty freaking stupid right now, by their own hands.
Sure.
But that's the way it is. I'm thankful for what I went through because without going through all that shit, I wouldn't be the badass that I am. So that's the way I got to look at it.
Right.
Just like your Marine Corps training. They gave you that training for a fucking reason, Got to look at life that way too, kind of. But
I use that training all the damn time.
And I don't have the sources of income that Knoxville has. I don't got the government just fucking tossing money at me left and fucking right and center. You know, I made that post in my Discord. The state budget, a state worth 6 electoral points is getting $8.5 billion for a state budget. I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't even know where that money's even going. I don't see it.
My pocket. I do guarantee that.
Well, I know it went to Texas, and I know some of it went to Israel, and I know that's a touchy subject. But my point is that the state of Iowa shouldn't. We can't. The damn businesses in town here can't pay their workers, folks. If you can't pay your workers, you ain't going to solve nothing in Israel. If you can't fix your own backyard, keep your eyes on your own plate. Don't go over in Israel, start trying to fix their shit.
Sure. Again,
point of our news article. I don't want to hear it. Like we can't run our own town effectively, let alone go deal with geopolitics. You know, it's outside our pay grade, is all I'm saying. But it's sort of like trying to, somebody threw shit on your window. It's trying to take a wet towel to wipe it off. You're just going to smear it all over the fucking way. You know what I mean? You're just going to smear it all over. It's not going to help. So. You know, but that's just my take on that. But yeah, a lot of our money doesn't even go to Iowa. Like a lot of that 8.5 billion doesn't even get to the state. It's weird, man. A lot of it goes to well, I don't know if you heard about Kim Reynolds going to Texas or not, but I thought she was elected governor of Iowa, not Texas. Is she going out with Ted Cruz now? What's going on? Like, what the fuck are we doing in Texas? And I bet she didn't pay for that out of pocket. Hey, Storage Bandits, what's up? Couldn't remember the name of his channel the other day to save my life. My brain had the biggest brain fart in my entire life, and I'm sorry, it wasn't intentional. Some days, like, you know, I wake up and I go to shoot a video and my brain just goes haywire. Yeah. Hope you're having a good Saturday. What are you thankful for, Glenn? Let us know what you're thankful for. That's kind of the point of our stream tonight. I'm thankful I got a partner in crime here, Jay, with me, and I'm thankful that Glenn's here, and I'm thankful that I have enough common sense not to put people in needlessly dangerous situations for no reason, I guess. I'm thankful I don't work for Knoxville. I'll say that. I'm thankful I don't work for them because that would just be a bunch of stress I don't need. Like living here is stressful enough for me. Working for them? No, ain't never happening. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my health could be better, but, you know, it is what it is. Like, if you ain't got your health, you ain't got much, you know, the way I look at it. If you're sick, you could have all the money in your bank account that you'd ever want, and it wouldn't matter because you're still sick, you know? Or whatever. It could work. Many situations can happen. Like, people that are rich, people think, oh, they never have any problems. Oh, yeah, they have problems. It's just that, you know, they can go do hookers and cocaine and forget about them, unlike us. Allegedly.
I mean, I gave up one of them years ago. I just don't remember which one.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't remember.
I don't know which one's more dangerous for you. They're both pretty fucking dangerous. Hey, that's cool, Glenn. Have a great weekend, man.
Yeah, have some fun out there.
All right, we're just sort of hanging out and chilling on a nondescript Saturday night, just doing our thing.
Ain't doing shit but being old.
Right, being old on a Saturday night. All the youngsters are out at the bars having fun and dancing naked on stripper poles and getting thrown out of the bar. That's a situation I've actually seen happen. Well, I didn't see it happen, but I was there for the after effects of it, though.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta be careful about some of the titty bars you go into.
Right. Well, that wasn't even a titty bar. That was just a local bar here in town.
Mm.
Dude thought it was a good idea to strip down buck naked and start dancing in the middle. He got drunk, and it's like, what the hell were you thinking, dude? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody, not even drunk, dude. There's OnlyFans, all right? That's all I'm saying.
$9.99 a minute.
All right.
You ain't cheap. I know my worth.
That's right. Know your worth, man. You got to know your fucking worth, dude.
Ow.
That's the main reason I won't work for Knoxville. I do know my worth. That's it right there. Say, Sam, if you don't like it here, why don't you make it better? Well, even if I did, I was saying this to Naomi earlier. Even if I did, like, say I went and ran for office and got elected and actually fucking accomplished something, they just turn around and fuck it all right back up again. So what the fucking hell would be, I'm just beating my head against a brick wall at that point. Sometimes the best thing she's asleep right now. Sometimes the best thing you can do is nothing at all, is what I'm saying, I guess. Sometimes in certain situations, all you can do is just sort of let go, man. But I just got to point it out because it's something going on. It's relevant news where I'm at right now, I guess, is the reason I pointed it out, mostly. But I had to laugh at Knoxville a little bit for being stupid, but that is to be expected. So at this point, like if they wanted to surprise me, be smart. Like if they did something smart, I'd be like, damn, they actually did something smart.
That's shocking when government does smart.
Well, it's like I was telling my therapist about the $8.5 billion thing. It's like, he's like, well, we're in the black as far as our budget goes. I'm like, Steve, my therapist named Steve. I said, Steve, if I had $8.5 billion, I'd like to think I'd have an extra million or two in the fucking bank, dude. That's not really the brag you think it is. It's not. Oh, we're in the black. We're a fiscally conservative state, Sam. Jay, you need to tighten your belt. Sam, you need to tighten your belt. Well, what about you guys? $8.5 billion fucking dollars. Get the fuck out of here. Don't even talk to me. Just no. Bad Iowa. No donut. I know where it goes. It goes to build more prisons. It goes to build more casinos. Dude, I swear to God, like you might wake up tomorrow and your house might be a fucking prison or casino. You just don't fucking know when you live here. They might do the old government land grab thing on you, eminent domain, and be like, oh, this is our property now. We're just going to tear it down and build a prison out of it. I still say that's what they're going to do with the old VA here. I still say they're going to make a prison out of it. That's really what they're going for.
Blow it up.
I mean, we are, like, we already act like a prison town. We might as well fucking have one here, and that would suck because here's the thing. I'm not that far from where the old VA was. Isn't that a pleasant thought? Like, if they build a prison over there, somebody escapes and comes here and kills us,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that used to be the military psych ward.
Right. I don't think, like, good luck building anything on that land. It's going to be haunted as fuck, dude. Like, there ain't no building nothing on that land. I mean, they can, but I'm not going to go investigate it again. Going back to, like, they can do whatever they want, true, but that doesn't mean I have to bail them out,
Yeah.
I ain't Captain Save-A-Ho. I might be Captain Slap-A-Ho, but I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. So, sometimes you got to let stupid people stupid, You just got to let them do them and deal with their consequences. One of the things I learned, like, I used to worry about my, this and that. Well, my daughter's going to grow up. She's going to have to worry about this, that, and the other. Well, it turns out that it doesn't fucking matter, does it? It turns out that all that planning and all that worrying about shit, sometimes it doesn't fucking amount to nothing,
Right.
So a lot of this stuff I just look at and laugh about, like, whoa, wow, what a fucking idiot you are, but, like, I ain't trying to fix none of it. I ain't trying to run for office here, people outside of state doing say, Sam, why is your medical cannabis situation so bad in Iowa? Well, it's just like everything else here. You know, people can't, like, I was part of the fucking medical cannabis thing here for a while. And that, you want to talk, I've seen families less dysfunctional than that shit. So I just threw my hands up today. I can't help you guys. You guys are beyond me. I just can't, man. Like, you guys, good luck. Good luck. You get what you want. You get what you earn in life, I guess, is what I'll say to the medical cannabis people in Iowa. That's the law they wanted, and that's the law they got. Good luck with it.
So I got 2 Pepsis going.
No, you double fisting the Pepsis on a, not a sponsor, by the way. That's another thing that irritates me is these YouTube channels that they'll talk about a product that they're sponsored by, but then they'll hide it. They won't mention that they're sponsored by it in the video, but they'll hide it down in the description. And I've seen somebody make a video about that, and everybody in the comments, well, I do that too. Well, I do that too. Well, I do that too. So it's okay because I do it. I'm like, what kind of fucking logic is that? It's okay because I did it? No, it's kind of shady. If you're getting sponsored by somebody, you should be very transparent about that and let everybody know, hey, I'm sponsored by whatever it is. Like if Top sent you a box of cards to open or something, you know, you say, oh, I got this sent to me by Tops. You know, you're supposed to say that, you know, because it might bias your review on it. You know, if you're doing a review like you know how like that's the main reason. Like I watch jabs and stuff like that. I just see like what. You know, new products and stuff like that. But
I can't stand jabs.
I can't stand him either. It's like rubbing. It's like itching your nuts with sandpaper. You know, it's just abrasive as fuck. But there's other channels out there you can watch to get like reviews on new boxes, new products and stuff. But that's usually what I'm doing when I'm watching is looking to see, you know, if it's any good or if it's worth me picking up or whatever. So
yeah, but I can't deal with him for more than 30 seconds.
Right? Yeah, no, it is. It's tough. It's tough.
Mm-mm.
Like I'll go and I'll like he'll say something. I'll like I'm done, dude. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like the last time I watched one of his videos, he said something about, oh yeah, if you buy retail, you don't count. Like you're just not a real baseball card collector unless you buy hobby boxes, guys. And I'm just like, fuck you, dude. All right. Fuck you. And I like his brother. I got no problem with John, you know, but Eric, fuck him.
I don't know which is which. I just know I don't like Jab's family.
And the thing is like, you know, it'd be one thing if you was being transparent about it. It'd be one thing about it, but he's not very transparent about things. So. I mean, the person who opens hobby boxes might be biased about what kind of product you should buy, hobby or retail. You know what I mean? You might have a motivation to tell people that, you know, you should buy hobby, but I think anybody watching knows that. Like most people that watching probably already know that. I'm not saying anything earth-shattering here, but.
Sure. Sorry, I'm looking up something right quick.
Go ahead. I know the Chrome update came out. I don't know if you've seen any of that or not.
I might have. I really don't pay attention to new product. I'm a vintage guy. I mean, I was at Walmart today and I looked at their ball cards for just a minute, had money in my pocket, and I'm like, nope, don't want none of them.
Right. And I'm pretty selective on what new product I do pick up. So I know Holiday came out early this year.
I haven't seen any Holiday out in the wild yet.
Well, supposedly it came out around Halloween, I think, or shortly before.
Right. I just haven't seen it.
I haven't been to Walmart since then to see it. So
yeah. Well,
I don't get out much. Like you guys, you guys worry about me going out there and taking off on somebody. And you should probably worry about that. But like, I try not to go out any more than I have to, because I know how I am. You know, I got no tolerance for bullshit. So, and like, man, I've gotten in a lot of fights in this town too. So like, I got a lot of history. Like, there's a lot of people that would like to come up and start a fight with me. So that's the other part of it. Like, I just try not to interact with it. Like, yeah, I'll cover a news story. I might start covering local stuff that goes on, just to show everybody what what's going on around me here. But outside of that, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm just trying to survive here until Camp Nobby Bosco, Jay. Camp Nobby Bosco. You ought to look it up. You ought to look that up.
Oh, give me a minute.
It's in the South 40 in southern New Jersey. It's a little dinky. It's next to a town. I can't remember the name of the town it's next to. But that town, that town, we watched it on Friday the 13th. That town that they went through there at the beginning, that town hasn't changed in the 40 years that movie's been out. Like, maybe one building's different color. That town looks exactly like it did in the movie. So, yeah, I'd like to get a closer look at it. But, you have to wait on that, I suppose. But it's got a nice lake there. It's a boys' summer camp, is what it is. Camp Nobby Bosco is a boys' summer camp. So you live in southern New Jersey and you're a kid, or you got a kid, that's probably where they're going to camp at, or did go to camp at anyway. I don't know if they still operate as a camp nowadays or not. But
I had no clue. I never went to a camp.
But yeah, it's out.
A good thing or a bad thing.
It's out in the middle of fucking nowhere, man. I know that, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I mean, middle of nowhere is fine by me, but not much for camping. Not anymore.
I can see why they found it a good filming location, because, like I said, it's out in the middle of nowhere. You didn't have to worry about people getting in the way and all that kind of shit. You know, it makes logical sense why you'd want to shoot there.
Sure.
But again, if something goes wrong and somebody gets hurt, now it's it could become a problem. So. Logistics. No, I was telling Naomi about this one. I don't know if anybody taught you this in the military or not, but skirmishers. When you send skirmishers out, you're not doing it to make a full frontal attack. You're just trying to locate where the enemy's located. You're just trying to find that enemy. And if you find the enemy line, right? Well, you find the enemy line, and then you send some of your skirmishers off to the left, and you send some off to the right, because you're looking for the end of that line. Because where the end of that line is, that's your key to the position right there. So,
right.
Explaining it to Naomi, I send scouts out there. I send little missions out there to find the end of the flank of my enemy, and then logistically, I'm not talking literally, but like that's how I think about this shit in my head. I'm just trying to find the enemy and locate that end, and we'll roll the line up after that. How do you think them Confederates were able to hold an army bigger and better equipped off for so long? Because they knew what the fuck they were doing. They knew topography. They knew how to do shit.
Right.
Even though by the end of it, they were like, them guys would march with no shoes on. Like, they didn't have shoes. Their clothes were fucking tattered. I can't even imagine. In the wintertime, marching across frozen ground with no fucking shoes on. Good luck.
Well, that's how they did it back then.
There used to be men, Jay. There used to be men in this country.
Yeah, there's no such thing as men nowadays.
No, it seems that way. I'm sure that's not entirely true, but like, again, we only get told about the ones that aren't, like the ones buying bathwater, whatever, I did some, Magnus mentioned Amaranth. I did some research on Amaranth. That might be something tackle some night on a stream just for shits and giggles.
I did too. Her Pornhub channels are all censored. Allegedly.
I didn't go looking her up on Pornhub. I just looked her up on YouTube, basically, because I've heard her name, but I didn't really know the history of her or anything like that. I just heard people mention her name a lot. Sort of like Pokimane or whatever. I hear her name a lot too, but I just don't care because, man, I don't know, man. These younger kids, man, it's getting weird. I know I'm not the only one that notices that. It's getting kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
Do you realize that they, like this tablet I'm using, they probably get a better one than I am using right now in schools? Like, that's what they use for schools now. We couldn't even use a fucking calculator when we were in school, let alone a fucking Rolodex of endless information, you know.
Fuck, when I was in school, we weren't allowed to use Trapper Keepers because they had multiplication tablets in it.
Right. And rulers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And all we heard was how we weren't going to be carrying one of them around every day.
Right. Got to do it in your head, they'd say. Here we are. That's the other thing. Like, our growing up, our schools did us a disservice by not training us for the shit that was coming, like the internet and all this. Like, they didn't train us for the shit. They was teaching me how to write checks when I was in 5th grade. Who writes a fucking check anymore? When's the last time you personally witnessed somebody fucking write a check? Maybe grandma at the grocery store? Maybe. The one that uses all the coupons? Yeah, that.
Yeah.
The one that I always get stuck behind.
Hell, I don't even think stores take checks anymore.
Right. Everything's on a damn plastic card now. I get sick of carrying plastic cards around everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't keep track of them, dude. I thought one of the ladies the other day, was a couple weeks ago, stole my fucking card because I have so many cards in my wallet that I can't fucking keep track of all of them.
Oof. Oops. I have gas.
But I don't really mind it. I mean, it's got its benefits. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's, again, everything's got pros and cons, guys. It's what you can live with. That's the thing, you know.
Sure.
Me and Jay, we're old. We're set in our ways, you know. And it's just the way it is. We were raised to think one way about shit, and you know that's just the way shit is, you know, right or wrong. Like you said it the best when he was talking about the Marines. You had it beaten into your head. I had this shit beaten into my head, guys. Literally, like, we're not joking when we say that.
No.
We might make jokes about it. True. We only laugh because it's true.
We only laugh because it worked.
Right. Like the example, you know, go get that switch. I'm going to whoop your ass with it. That was a real fucking thing. That's not something me and Jay just made up to get likes or laughs.
No.
Granted, it's funny now. We look back now and laugh about it. We do. I do anyway. I don't know if you might. You might not, but.
Yeah, you ask a kid to go get a Switch nowadays so you can beat their ass with it, they're going to bring you their Nintendo.
Yeah, they're going to bring you a Nintendo, yeah. Yeah, be careful what you wish for there on that one.
Yeah.
I might just beat your ass with that Switch. You're out of game console, too. Yeah, it's not the same world anymore. It's a different world out there.
Right.
And I understand that we're not living in the same age and time as when we were growing up. I understand that, man. If we would have had this technology when I was a kid, I almost feel sorry for today's kids because I don't know how I would have dealt with it, man. Like, that would have been too much for me as a kid. Even though I grew up on Nintendo and movies and all that kind of shit, but it's different, man. It's just different. There's a difference between turning my PS4 on and watching Netflix and going to the fucking Blockbuster Video on a Saturday night and going and renting a VCR and a couple movies or whatever.
Video games.
Or video games or whatever I did it all. I did all that shit, you know. Saved money up for months. I was telling Naomi a story. So there used to be a place in town called Sugar and Spice. It was like one of them old 50s candy stores. You'd go in and they had the candy scales in there. And so I'd saved my money up, and I went in there one weekend, and I remember I got a 5-pound bag of sour lemon warheads. Okay. And I know it was 5 pounds because they weighed it out right in front of me. I stood there and watched them weigh it out, paid them the money. They put my 5 pounds of warheads in a paper bag. I folded it up and I walked. It was like right next to where Dad lived at the time. So it was like a 30-second walk. I just walked and went back in the building, and I ate that 5-pound bag in one weekend's time. And I'll tell you what, I shit myself for about a month after that. But again, I'd save money up just to do stuff like that, just so I could do something like that. To me was a fun time because I didn't often get to do stuff like I didn't get to go to a candy store and buy candy all the time, you know?
Right.
So when I did it, I went all out, and of course, you know, ended the way it ended. But it's one story I had for Naomi, 5-pound bag of lemon warheads there. She's like, why the hell? She goes, I'm almost impressed that you ate a whole 5-pound bag. We were kids, man. I saved money up for months in a sock drawer just so I could buy that candy, you know? Hey, what's up, Angry Otter? What's going on, Michael? I was just telling Jay, man. Here. I was just telling Jay, I'm gonna have to take some feet pics for OnlyFans. Here, guys. I'm gonna take one of my feet out of my sock. I'll give you a demonstration here. I'll give you a demonstration of what I'm saying here. See there? Now I don't know. I might need to clip my toenails, guys. What do you think? Anyway, how you doing, Michael? On that note, what'd you say, Jay? Now that I've chased all my viewers away with my eagle claw toes there. How you doing tonight, Michael? I had a blast last night. I talked to Naomi. We're going to probably just metallic blue. Well, there you go. There you go. We got to see a picture of that now. But anyway, I had a blast last night. I talked to Naomi. I have to pay Roy off now. But we're just gonna. I figured that I assumed on my end, because like I know what it's like to have a parent die. By the way, sorry for your loss. And so I figured there's like a lot of expenses that go into it. So me and Naomi just figured we'd just send you some money. You don't have to give me anything for it, just because you support the channel, and I know what it's like to go through it, man. So. And this is after I take the pictures of my feet for OnlyFans, allegedly. He can go tell Roy I'm working on. I got to clip my toenails. I'm gonna have to do that before I go in and get my foot checked out at the foot doctor, huh?
Film it at the foot doctor.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell the foot doctor here. I'm going to say it's like OnlyFans. You can look at my feet, but you can't touch my feet. There's no touching, just looking. Because again, I don't trust I don't trust doctors here. We'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it there. Oh, you good? Well, okay. Well, I'll still send you something for Christmas, brother, just because I can. But yeah, I get it. It's expensive. Like, people thought, like, that was the reason I got in that fight with that loan shark guy, is because he thought that I got a bunch of money after Dad died and shit. You know, the box that I got from my dad's ashes was like a $400 or $500 fucking box. Like, I went all out. Like, I spent a lot of money on his funeral. And, you know, people don't see that. They just think, oh, Sam got handed a grip of money and kept it all. No. Now, our roommate Karen, when she died, do you know what she was put into after they cremated her? A cardboard box. A cardboard box. So which one kept the money? You tell me. I feel so bad for Karen. Rest in peace, Karen. Her family did her dirty, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, me and Naomi were taking care of Karen, and her family wasn't taking care of her. We'll put it that way to you. That lets you know what we're dealing with there. Again, just situations here in town. Like if somebody was to come to me and ask me for help now, I wouldn't do it because I've been burned in the past by so many people here that I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't want to see you go homeless, but even if I wanted to, like we got rules here, you know. When you're on housing, you can't just let anybody move in. So, but as Jay probably knows too, like you can't have nobody move in with him up there. I was thinking though, like I could probably get an apartment up there as kind of a waypoint with my travels or whatever at some point. Yeah. When I get my disability money, I mean.
Might as well. Maybe by that time I'll be out of here and you could have this apartment.
Right. Or just pay you money to fucking let me crash there or something. I don't know. Almost can't see paying rent an apartment that I'm not going to be staying at. You know what I mean? Like all the time. But unless I got a deal on it, unless somebody's like, hey, you know, I'll cut you a deal, and yeah, I might do that. Because like, here's the thing about Des Moines, like you guys got a lot of shit up there that we don't know. Like you got the comic shop up there. We don't have a comic shop down here. You guys got a card shops up there. We don't got no card shops. I am the fucking card shop down here. Right. It's not cheap, brother. It's not cheap. I'm glad to hear that you got everything covered though, because like I felt bad. Like a lot of those comics are really nice. He's got some really nice vintage comics, but I can't. Like I would really actually have to take feet pictures on OnlyFans to afford some of those right now. You know.
Oh sure.
If I had the money, if I had a couple extra $100 in my pocket, yeah, no, I would have done a couple of them. You know, but I just don't have that kind of money laying around right now. I do, but like I'm not gonna. That fucking guy with his baseball cards. Here's what pisses me off about like people in the card. Let me go on a little tangent about cards here. And I've made mention of this before. Back in 2018 and 2019, when everybody was saying Otani was a bust, you could find his rookie cards in a fucking dollar bin. Now, all of a sudden, kid wants some fucking goddamn Otani cards. Well, you had your chance back in 2018 and 2019. You could have got them for $1 a piece. You just want them so you can make a profit off of them now. No. That's what I told him straight out. No, I will not sell you my Otani cards. No way, because I already seen where he was coming at with it. So,
yeah, I keep hearing about the Cubbies and Otani.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see him going to a lot of different teams. To be honest with you, just for the revenue, he wouldn't even have to play. Just from the revenue he'd bring in, jerseys sold, and people that would show up. People showed up when as the season ended with the Angels just to see him sit on the fucking bench, dude. Like any team would be a fool to pass on Otani, you know, as far as like revenue goes, because that's all those fucking owners in baseball care about anyway.
Now, you see, I know nothing about these comic books. Nothing.
No, I'm not saying you didn't have good prices on stuff. I'm just saying that as far as money on hand right now, but yeah, like I would have liked to have purchased a couple of those. I just didn't have the money to. Like you seen what I got. Like a lot of the stuff I got from Roy was like 90s stuff that, you know, nobody fucking cares about. But that Midnight Suns one I got, that one was kind of, I heard recently that they were supposed to be making a movie or something that was supposed to involve the Midnight Suns and Ghost Rider. And that's kind of one reason I picked it up. The other reason I picked it up, I used to have that comic book when I was a kid. So that was the other reason I grabbed it. Even if they wasn't making a movie, I would have grabbed it either way. But you know, just to give you you know, I collect a lot of 90s stuff because when I started reading comics, that was when I was collecting cards. It was 90s cards, man. I had so much 91 and 92 Upper Deck, and then those cards are worthless. They're absolutely fucking worthless, you know. but I collected them because, hey, I was selling vintage cards to get them too at the time. Right, the X Factor, that one, man. I got Deadpool's rookie card. So when I went up to Jay's, they got me at the fucking comic store. I got the repros of the first appearance of Deadpool, and it kind of bummed me out. I still got those too, but it's got the X Factor #1 has Deadpool's rookie card in it, and I got that book. Roy charged me $10 for it, and the card alone is worth what I paid for the book.
Well, good.
I don't think X Factor 1's worth a whole bunch, but I'm just saying that I got it for the Deadpool rookie card. I don't really care about the value as much, but I'm just saying that if you were to look at it in terms of value, it's a good deal, you know. I don't even know. X Factor 1 might be worth a couple bucks, like $2 or $3 or something. I don't think it's worth a whole lot of money though, on its own. I could be wrong. Hey, what's up? I was just talking about you. What's up? Yeah, I did get your thing, your invoice, and I will get you your money ASAP. Yep, your ears were burning. Yep. Well, thanks for stopping by, Roy. But yeah, I was just talking about you. But yeah, my other half did not kill me. It was close. It was close. But I was just showing the Michael and Jay here my feet, my unclipped toenails. I told them I was going to take pictures and put them on OnlyFans.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Yep. But yeah, I was just saying I had a blast last night. Absolutely had a blast. I'm gonna have to. Man, it's been busy. It's been a busy few months for me, and I've been trying to keep myself going. You know. Yeah, glad I'm still alive. Yeah. She wasn't happy for, like, when I first told her about it, she wasn't happy, but like I told her, I was like, I warned you, like, Roy's going to have stuff I want. I warned you, you know, I tried to warn you, but yeah, we're going to get that money for you. So just hang tight, bud. I pay my debts. That's one thing about me. I'm honest to a fault sometimes, but as far as the fault part goes, but anyway. Just hanging out on a Saturday night. Just did some local news, telling everybody what we're thankful for. What are you guys doing on Thanksgiving this year? Guys got any Thanksgiving plans? Jay's going to watch the Cowboys lose. I don't even know who they're playing.
Don't care who they're playing. They're just going to lose.
Jay doesn't even care.
Don't care. Not one bit.
Jay's not a Cardinals fan either, so.
I am not.
If you haven't noticed, Jay's a Cubs fan, okay? So Cubs and a Packer. Yep. That's a nice shirt, too. Yep, got the tattoo. Identifying marks is what those are called. I remember back when, like, I first got on paper, like, I go into my PO's office and he asked me to take my shirt off. I'm like, what, are we getting gay? What's going on here? He's like, no, I got to take a picture of all your tattoos in case you get picked up on some shit. And I know it's you, you know. Damn, dude. You know.
Yeah.
Boys are, nice.
I got a few.
That's what I did today. I vacuumed the apartment today, and I picked a bunch of stuff up, and I'm getting ready to put our Christmas stuff up. Got to break out my Otani Christmas ornament. I had to put that up.
Christmas don't happen at my house.
I put a tree up. I'm not sitting here getting a bunch of presents or anything like that, but I put a tree up or whatever, you know.
No, I got these two incredible assholes called cats that live with me. I can't do it.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, Jay, she'll take those Christmas bulbs right off my tree and she'll go put them under Naomi's couch. I like the cat. I swear to God, dude, the cat. Mm-hmm. That cat of mine could make the Pope swear. Gonna drive me to drink.
Hey, believe me, I believe it. You met the two I got.
Yep. Actually, yours are pretty well behaved for the most part.
Showing off.
All right.
They were showing off. I bleed every day because of those critters.
Oh yeah, yeah. She'll get my feet. She's got sharp claws too, but she's usually pretty good. But as
Oh,
far as
if I
scratching
don't
goes,
get bit 3 or 4 times a day by pencil, she's having a bad day.
Gotta love the
That's
fur
all it
babies,
is.
guys. But yeah, I'm definitely thankful for you guys showing up and hanging
Fur
out with us
babies,
on a
my
Saturday
ass,
night.
fur hemorrhoids.
And yeah, little terrorist.
Yeah.
Thankful for our
Fur
cats.
fuckers.
Thankful for even the bad stuff in your life, because even the bad stuff you can learn things from them. You can learn from life situations sometimes. Those toenails. Yeah, I figured I'd show you guys my toenails. I'm not going to make any money on OnlyFans unless somebody's got a toenail fetish. Which, I mean, it's the internet, so
Yeah. I'm sure
wouldn't
there's
surprise
some strange guy out there.
It just isn't Jay. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. I mean, like I said,
I've heard some pretty sick and twisted rumors about me. So
I have to.
I might be.
True.
I might be. I don't know.
It's like the guy in that went nuts under that zombie movie video that the two girls kissed each other. I'm like, man, when did it become? I never look at that as woke. Like the guy was like, "Oh, that's all woke," and all this, and I'm like, "No, that's not. Shouldn't be your first thought, dude. Should not be your first thought."
No.
Yeah, it's okay, dude. You can come out of the closet. It's 2023. Look, man, no judgment, no judgment. As long as it's consensual and you're both adults, do what you do.
Yep, exactly.
But you might want to check into that.
I don't give a crap.
And it's not even my thing, but I didn't look at it as like a negative thing. I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. Okay.
No,
it wasn't worth getting that big.
Just remember which way my tree swings, and we'll be fine.
Right. It wasn't even like a big blockbuster movie. It was some random zombie B movie that like maybe 200 people watched. It wasn't worth getting that bent out of shape over,
Oh, more people probably watch a chick's kiss.
Right. Like, I mean, that was at that point, it was a draw for me. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but again, I've seen that shit in real life and it didn't do much for me. So it's like, again, life experience. Oh, nice. Oh, going to Cabo. Maybe you'll run into Zeke Elliott down there. Still running like he's in.
Run into the Red Rocker, man.
Yeah, you'll have to live stream from there. That'd be kind of cool to see a live stream from Cabo. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. Go to Cabo Wabo, dude.
Right. Do you, man?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, go there.
What's up, FS?
What's going on, man?
Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's doing good. So, yeah, things to be thankful for. Got all my collectibles. Thankful for all my collectibles and my YouTube channel, man. Jay, I don't know if you realize it or not. Like the shit that I went through this year, man. My YouTube channel kept me from a severe depression. I'll put it that way to you. It gave me something to apply myself to,
Sure.
Something to occupy myself, basically.
I thought that's what the hookers and cocaine was for.
Yeah, I never was big into hookers or cocaine. Oh, what?
Ooh, sounds fun.
What?
My dad went through that just here recently.
I'm sorry to hear that, FS.
He came out better. I will say that much.
Yeah, your dad's still kicking.
As much as people will let him. We're just trying to get him to calm down.
I guess there's no preparing for it, really. I mean, it's just something you're going to have to, it's part of life at that point. Stage 3 cancer, pancreatic cancer. What?
Oof.
So that was what your thing. I was wondering what that message was about. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now that you said all that. I was like wondering what the hell's going on. I was confused. But yeah, that sucks, dude. It sucks.
Yeah, I do.
Like, I don't want to see anybody get cancer again. That's something that's in my family, unfortunately. My grandpa died from it. My uncle died from it. My dad died from it. My daughter died from it. I'm probably going to die from it. Like, that's what Mickey Mantle's thing was too. I think what was it, leukemia that ran in his family, something like that. And he thought he was going to die, so that's why he kind of lived the way he did. And then at the end of his career, he's like, I kind of regret doing this now because I thought I was going to be dead by now. Yeah. I mean, that's just what it was. That's how he looked at it. I'm not saying it's right, but that's just how Mickey Mantle looked at it. He's like, I might as well live life now because I don't know if I'm going to die tomorrow. And I get that. That's one way of living. You got to take what you can out of life now, guys, because you don't know. Right, Alex Trebek. Yep. He also had pancreatic cancer. Yes, rest in power to Alex Trebek. It's crazy, dude. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta be thankful for life, guys. It's another thankful thing. There is, you gotta be thankful to be alive another day. But yeah, there's no way to prepare yourself for that chemo shit, man.
No. Although my dad now brags because one of the treatments they gave him left him like a little itty bitty tattoo mark right here. So now he's a big badass because he's got a tattoo now.
All right.
Yeah. So,
dude, trust me, I wish it worked that way. That's not how it.
Yeah.
Three of
the 5 of us kids laugh at his little tattoo for him.
When me and my brother had our little back and forth, I told him, I said, there's a difference between acting tough and looking tough and actually being tough. Okay, you're about to, if you keep fucking around, you might find out the difference. Is what I told him. You might find out that difference there.
Oven beeped. Be right back.
Be honest with you, if it would have been anybody else, coming at me like that than my brother, they wouldn't have even been saying nothing. I would have just done fucking dropped him. But since it's my brother, I try to be, a little bit more forgiving about stuff. But that don't make what he did right. Anyway, on to being thankful. I'm thankful even for the life, even the bad stuff in life, because it teaches you something about life. My favorite movie of all time is Stand By Me, and that's the reason why. I'll tell you the reason why. It's because it's about a group of boys that goes out to find a dead body, and on the way to find this dead body, they learn stuff about life. That's the entire fucking movie, guys. Fucking awesome, dude. It's awesome. You can learn, there's lessons in there, man. We ain't promised another day. I ain't promised tomorrow. I'm not promised the day after tomorrow. I might not be promised 5 minutes from now. It's just, I've seen a lot of stuff go down. I've seen people better than me not here no more, guys. A lot of people make a big deal about my accomplishments and stuff. I'm like, man, I've seen better than me die. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up. It's not right. Like, you got to learn from it. You gotta be like, hey, man, like I'm here to keep pushing on. So all you can do sometimes is that's how I cope with certain stuff anyway, like that. There's unmanageables in life. There are things that are outside of anyone's control, and it's just one of those things, I guess. Damn. That's fucking painful. Anyway. Welcome back, Jay.
I'm back. Lovin said get up, put something in it.
Ah. There's something in the oven.
Yep. We all know I'm a male of the 2020s. I'm a slave to the electronic things.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I again,
wasn't gonna eat my pizza frozen.
Right. I mean, you could make yourself a fire. I mean,
no.
You'd rather use the oven.
Yeah. It's dark out.
It is dark out there. It gets dark early right now.
And the landlord tends to get pissy if you light a fire in the house. Oh.
Well, I didn't say do it in the house, but unless you got a fireplace, I guess.
Nope.
Which you don't. But yeah, you don't have a fireplace. But yeah, I'm saying if you did. I don't even know if I guess certain back in the olden times they had fireplaces that were designed to like put a chamber pot in and cook out of. I don't know about the modern ones, but
I don't know about cooking out of a chamber pot.
Well, I mean that's what they were like. I don't know if that's what they were or not, but they had this big old pot. And you'd throw everything in it and put it in your fireplace.
That was called a kettle.
Or kettle. Well, yeah, it kind of looked like a chamber pot though. Yeah, you know what I meant. The big pot, a big wrought iron pot that you'd put in the fire and cook over whatever you was eating.
Right.
Bonsai, what are you doing? Trying to trip me?
Being a cat. How the fuck did them things survive all them generations of getting stepped on?
Right? You'd think that evolution would have told them not to run underneath.
Would have stomped them out by now.
Right. You either learn, like there's two kinds of people in the world. The ones that learn and live, and the ones that don't learn and die. Again, going back to those lessons thing, you got to learn from that shit. The thing you don't learn from today might be the thing to kill you tomorrow.
Maybe.
That head on a swivel thing that we talk about. And again, you can't plan for everything. Don't get me wrong. But a good plan's adaptable and can change depending on the situation at the same time. So
you have to
keep these things in mind. Right. I have a hard time adapting with this technology, to keeping up with it. I can't keep up with technology, man. I'm not a wizard at video editing or anything like that. I just sort of make my little videos and streams and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a guy on YouTube.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. I never wanted it to be any more than that because I don't know if I could handle any more than that. Really. Yeah. They say that as far as social circles go, any more than 150 people, you cannot maintain that many relationships at once, basically.
I don't even think I know 150 people.
Right. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Let's give a shit.
It's impossible to do.
Think. Yeah.
Right. Or yeah, worry about if I say this, a bunch of people might unsubscribe from me or stop donating to my Patreon or whatever the case is. But again, I'm not saying anybody else that does that's wrong. I'm just saying that I don't have to worry about those kinds of things. Though if I did have a Patreon, I could probably get some passive income off of it. But again, it's like, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm not monetized, right? But YouTube still puts fucking ads on my videos, so YouTube's making a profit off of me either fucking way. I don't want to make. I'm not saying it's a big profit, but I'm just saying that, you know, if you look at it that way, I'm not trying to make YouTube rich, you know.
I thought that was the point of YouTube.
No. That's what gets you these little cliques and groups on here. That, man, there's a lot of shit. Did you hear about the completionist thing? I guess we could talk about the completionist thing.
What happened?
So the completionist, aka Gerard, I can't remember his last name. It's some foreign sounding last name, but the point is, he's been on YouTube for, you know, at least a decade, making videos, game reviews and stuff like that. And every year he'd do it was like a charity thing for Alzheimer and dementia patients. Well, for all these years he's been getting donations for that. None of that money has went to any of those people. It's just sitting in a fucking bank.
I just don't understand profiting off of other people's.
Well, it's not like he spent the money, but like if it wasn't going to anybody, why did he keep asking for donation? You know what I mean? It doesn't seem right. It just doesn't sound right. You know.
Yeah.
He might have been planning on spending it at some point. We just don't know, is what we're saying here. Yeah. Stop it. Make me tell you again. We'll go to the timeout box. Yeah, I get it. I get it, FS. Like, I really don't know what to say to you, brother. I hope that I hope you get better, man. I don't want to see anybody get cancer, even not even my worst enemy. I'll beat the brakes off of them, but I don't want to see them get cancer, though. You see the difference there? Like, here's the thing, guys. If you catch some hands, you take an ass whooping, you're going to get up and you're going to walk home. Nobody's mother has to lose anybody. Nobody's brother has to lose anybody. You know, none of that shit has to happen. You can get up and walk away, you know. But these kids these days, they want to pick the gun up. The gun, you know, it's the easiest thing to do is the gun. Gun don't make you a man.
People are stupid. That's all I got to say is people are stupid.
Well, they just don't. Again, going back to the horse, you know, to the example I started the stream with, it's like, you know, people didn't stop to think that, hey, this could end badly. Yeah, it goes back to that manslaughter thing. Yeah, you might not be directly responsible for it, but you kind of were negligent too at the same time. You know what I mean? That's what manslaughter means. You know, it sucks, but like, I don't think that hockey player should get go to prison for it. Don't get me wrong. I think it was an accident, but some prosecutor could go in front of the court and say, well, he just didn't give a shit whether the person behind him got his throat cut or not. And they can get him on manslaughter just with that. The thing is that the hockey player thing that happened over in Britain, so they're under the British law over there. So I don't know how they run. I don't live in Britain. I can't tell you. I can't speak to that end of it. But I'm just saying how it works here in America. You know.
I know nothing about the laws in Great Britain.
Yeah, I know nothing about that either. But like, that's what he's been charged with, was manslaughter. Naomi showed me the clip. I was like, man, he checks the guy that's next to him, and I think he threw his leg out to catch his balance because he checked it. You got to figure these hockey players are going full speed down a fucking court, ice on a pair of razor sharp skates, right? And so he checks the guy, throws his leg out to catch his balance, and he just catches dude behind him. It's like a car slamming its brakes right in front of you. That's kind of what happened there, I think. I don't think it was intentional. I really don't, but. And again, it's a tragedy. Like, it sucks that the guy's family was there and stuff. Like, man, it's just horrible. But I don't think it was intentional, though. I don't think it was. I don't think he did it out of malice or anything. Like, it just didn't look like it. You know, I don't know if you've seen the clip or not, Jay. Maybe you've played a lot of contact sports, so
I've seen the clip.
I don't think it was intentional. I really don't think he meant to do that. That was just really unlucky. It was just really
not
unlucky.
One I've ever really played, so.
Right. Well, you got, like I said, you got to keep in mind, like you get a pair of ice skates on, you start going full speed, and you go take and shift your weight and check somebody. You're going to throw that other leg on the opposite side out so you don't fall over, right? Like that makes sense, right? You're leaning on one leg to check somebody. You have to lean on one leg. You have to shift your weight onto your leg that you're going to check the person with, or you lean your shoulder in to check them, and then you're going to throw that leg out so you don't go pitch forward. It's all about a balance thing. No, you ever roller skated, Jay?
Yeah, I'm a product of the 70s.
Okay, so think about it like roller skating. Say you're like going around in a like the skating rink, right? And say, like, for whatever reason, you want to check somebody. Well, if you take and you shift your weight, you go to shoulder check them, you're going to put all your weight on your front leg. And if you don't counteract that, you're just going to go completely over forward. You're just going to keep going forward, That's what I think happened. That's what I think happened. That's just what it looks like on the footage, what happened. So, and it was just it was really shitty luck. That's just what it boiled down to, was just really unfortunate luck, like most injuries like that cause fatalities. Just something went wrong that it's 1 in a million, and and again, out of our control. I really hope he doesn't go to prison for it, because I don't really think he meant to do it, That's just my opinion. I'm not on the jury, whatever. But Magnus agreed with me. He thought it was an accident too. So, and I'll take Magnus's opinion, because hockey is his forte. Hockey. He does know a lot about hockey. So, I definitely asked his opinion on it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he'd be the one to ask.
Right. And he agreed. I was like, dude, I'm going to be honest. I'm not saying I'm the hockey expert, but it looked like an accident. He's like, oh yeah, it was a total accident. I'm like, yeah, that's what it looked like. I've played field hockey, and I've done roller skating and shit like that, so I know a little bit about like how you want to balance yourself if you're doing certain things, if you're leaning one way or another. I was never the best roller skater. In fact, I ate the ground more than I did anything. But again, so I know a thing or two about not catching your balance on a pair of skates.
Yeah, I ate a floor a few times.
They have a skating rink here in town, but like, fuck. I'm like Hulk Hogan after he went to WCW. I'm so old, these legs never leave the ground. Don't play basketball. I don't go out there jumping on trampolines and shit like that. Them days are over. I ain't gonna break a damn hip. It ain't happening, guys. I ain't about that life. So
I'm not either. But put me on a BMX.
Now, I got one battle left in me. I got one good fight left in me, and I'm gonna make it count. I ain't gonna make it skating or playing basketball or anything. Anything that doesn't do me any good. Like anybody that can't top the name Jason Voorhees as far as like name recognition goes, because like that's what it's about. It's making a name. Got to make a name for yourself. It's like the bullfighters. You get in there with the big giant bull. It's kind of like that.
I don't recommend doing that.
I mean, I probably wouldn't recommend picking a fight with Jason Voorhees either, but I kind of did. So, I mean, it's kind of late for feeling bad and all that. I mean, shit's written down. It's done. It's fucking etched in stone. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not the smartest thing for me to do, but, again, I want to make a name for myself. Sam went out there and did this. He did this thing here, Where's he at now? He's eating his meals through a straw, but he did that, though. He did that.
Why not eat through a straw?
It makes digestion a lot easier.
One less fork you got to clean makes housework.
You know, you got a point. You got a point there, Jay. Guys, I think we learned something here tonight. Eat through a straw. The hell are you making shit harder for yourself for? Just take all your food, put it in a blender, bam. You got it all mixed together. Your favorite food's all in the same place, and you can eat it through a straw. Shit. Tell Naomi we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner through a straw this year.
Oh, I'm sure she'd understand.
Yeah, we got so we figured out, like I said today, I've been doing the cleaning, getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything. And so we was talking about when to do Thanksgiving dinner. And I was like, well, hell, we'll just fucking make it on Wednesday. So that way on Thursday, all we have to do is sit around and eat leftovers, you know? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Why not?
Streamline things. Make shit simple, man. Send them skirmishers out there. Find the enemy and find the end of the enemy's line, whether it be left or right. There's got to be an end to it somewhere. Sometimes in military strategy, you start at the end, not in the beginning.
Of course.
You got some resin to toke on. That's pretty much what I got tonight. I got gummies though.
I got jack shit.
Yeah. I mean, you probably have resin too, which probably too lazy to do. It's just like, fuck it, I don't care. You know. All right. Did you hear about Snoop Dogg? Did you hear that story?
Why would he do that?
Well, Snoop's getting kind of old. Dude's been smoking like 10 blunts a day for 30, 40 years now. Probably got a fucking bunch of tar on his lungs, dude. Probably, you know, there's a thing called moderation, all right? And he failed the moderation test.
Oh, that's just dumb.
But he's got grandkids now and, you know, all that shit. He wants to be around to see them. And I'm not saying weed's bad, but when you smoke, too much of anything's a bad thing. If you got too much of anything, it's not good. So too much water can kill you, right?
Yeah, it's called drowning.
Well, I mean, you can drink too much water, and water toxicity can kill you too.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose.
And all it takes to drown is a tablespoon of water. I know that one too. Look that one up. If you guys got your Google open there, you guys can always fact check me anytime you feel necessary there. Don't take my word for anything, guys. Do your diligence, no matter who it's telling you what on the internet. Hey, what up, Magnus?
What's up, Magnus?
I was just talking about you about the whole hockey thing. Explaining to Jay the legal definition of manslaughter is basically negligence. It's like, let's say Jay, let's, for sake of example, say I had a loaded gun, right? And I pointed this loaded gun at you for like literally no reason. I said, hey, I'm just going to point this at you. And that gun discharges and kills you. I don't mean to. It just accidentally discharges and shoots you. That's manslaughter. Even though I didn't mean to shoot you, I was negligent. You see what I'm saying? I just didn't. You know, who would point a loaded gun at somebody for no reason? You know what I mean? Like, but besides a psychopath, I mean,
shit. That
was the example. Yep, that was the example I was given of it. It's like if your gun accidentally discharges and it kills somebody or hits somebody, I mean, you're legally liable for that.
You're on your own for a couple minutes, man.
Alrighty. But yeah, we were talking about the hockey thing. I don't think the dude should go to. I don't think it was intentional. I just think it was the shittiest fucking luck I've ever seen in a hockey game. That's what I think it was. But again, what do I know? I'm not really a hockey expert. I'm not claiming to be. I'm just saying what the footage told me, pretty much. And again, I have like done the roller skates. We've talked about the roller skating thing, so I know if you go to check somebody and you shift your weight, you might throw your leg out to catch your balance, and that's what it looked like happened. It just looked like he shifted his weight and threw his back leg out so he didn't fall over, and there you go, man. It was just worst damn luck I've ever seen. So, but anyway, we was talking about the Snoop Dogg thing. Snoop Dogg quit smoking weed. Who knew that 10 blunts a day, every day of your life is not a good thing? Too much of anything is not a good thing, guys. Too much of anything. Too much life is not good sometimes. Right. Yeah, I just hope they don't. Because, like, what I heard is they was going to charge him with manslaughter. But, like, I don't even know if they can get him on that. Like, it wasn't like, again, to show negligence is the trick, I guess. Like, I don't know how it happened in Britain, so I don't know how their law works over there, how they'll address it. But, like, over here, if a prosecutor had the mind to do it, if it was a good prosecutor, they could be like, well, he just showed negligence. He threw his leg out not caring who it hit, you know? So I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that a prosecutor might make that. See, lawyers, man, lawyers. You don't even get me started on lawyers. That's a different topic. But they'll make that. I'm sure that if he was in America, they would have made that argument. Or they would make that argument anyway. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Magnus? Like I was telling Jay, I'm thankful for having my YouTube channel and just being able to do what I do on here, you know. It ain't much some nights, but like it keeps me busy and keeps me out of trouble, so I'm thankful for that, you know. There's a lot of things to be thankful for, even if you don't see it right away. You just sit back and think about it a little bit. Got all these cards and oh, you're going to be in Norway. Oh, cool. Going on a trip overseas. Nice, Magnus. Nice. Yeah, we're going to eat turkey. We're going to hang out. You know, like I was saying earlier, I vacuumed today and did all the stuff I got to do to be able to set my Christmas tree and my lights and all that kind of stuff up. So I did that today. Been doing dishes, keeping up with dishes, so that way we got clean stuff for Thanksgiving, and you know, just doing basic around the house stuff. You know, trying to prepare for things. So, but I hope you have a safe trip, Magnus. You're gonna be. I guess you're gonna be taking a trip via plane, or you're gonna go on a ship. Which one do you think is safer there? I had Mike telling me for my trip I would go on a train, but I don't know if that's safe either, really. To be honest, I think safety is it's a figment of our imagination. There is no safety. You could get struck by an asteroid tomorrow. Oh, you're taking a plane. Cool. I hope you have a safe trip. I was watching a video about the about the Buddy Holly airplane crash. That actually happened here, not nowhere near where I'm at, but it actually happened in Iowa. They have little fence post things and got the Buddy Holly glasses on it, and you can go see the crash site and all that. But the day the music died, guys, the day the music died. Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Did you know that Buddy Holly and the Crickets, John Lennon was a big fan of Buddy Holly. And so when they called themselves the Beatles, it was because it was a nod to the Crickets. So without no Crickets, no Beatles. Yeah. Well, you mentioned a plane, Agnes, and I just watched the video about the Buddy Holly thing. So yeah, kind of morbid. I'm a morbid person. No offense meant. No offense meant. My brain goes to some strange places with stuff.
So going to Norway, huh?
Yeah, he's going to Norway. He's going to take a plane. He mentioned the plane, so I started talking about the Buddy Holly thing because I just recently watched a video about it. Wasn't trying to be morbid.
That happened right near where my dad grew up.
Yep. I was talking about the story about how the Beatles came to be. I just explained it. You was gone, so I'll explain it again. Buddy Holly and the guys, the second group of guys he got with were called the Crickets. They called themselves the Crickets, right?
Yep.
And John Lennon was a big Crickets fan. So when they made the Beatles, they got together and formed the Beatles. That's why they called themselves the Beatles. Fun music fact for you there. But right, yeah, we don't want the plane to crash, obviously. But yeah, that night was a different night because I think it was inexperience on the pilot's end that caused that one. Dude had no right flying a plane in broad daylight, let alone at night in a snowstorm. Because I guess the way he was trained, the guy, that pilot, because I mentioned this to you before, Jay, and you said I don't understand how he could have got confused. He was trained to find the horizon. That's all he knew how to do. Well, in the middle of the night in a snowstorm, he can't find that horizon, so he got confused to what up and down was. It like disoriented him, basically. He like became disoriented while he was up in they didn't make it that far. They might have been in the air 5 minutes before he lost control, but
they made it to in between my dad's home.
Right, yeah, they weren't in the air that long. So no, I'm not saying that I want that to happen. It's just something I watch a lot of crazy stuff on here and it makes me think about shit, so don't mind me.
And my oven's gonna beep. I'll be right back again. Damn, I'm getting more exercise staying home.
Right? Like shit. Just you want exercise? Just come on my live stream. He's just fucking up and down. He's like in a Catholic church. He's standing up and sitting down every damn 5 minutes. That was always the thing that I found like weird about the Catholics is that, like, they always made you stand up and sit down. Fucking hated that shit. Like when I went to junior high, that's also a thing I didn't like is they had 3 floors. So like my first period class would be on the first floor. My second period class would be on the 3rd floor. 4th period would be study hall and the fucking goddamn lunchroom in the goddamn basement. I was always going up and down stairs all damn day long. Like I could have probably I was in shape. My legs were in shape at that time. Not only that, we had to carry our books and shit too. You'd be carrying 10 pounds of books and running up and down flights of stairs all day. How the fuck are you supposed to learn anything? You're so tired by the time you get to class, you don't want to even talk to nobody, And man, a lot of the kids, so many kids got pushed down them stairs too, man. Like it's not even real how many kids end up getting pushed down them damn stairs. That junior high's not there no more. They tore it down. It's an empty parking lot now. So
hell, what the junior high I went to was one of the most haunted places in Iowa now.
Yeah, schools and hospitals are like the two locations you're gonna find most shit like that at because people die there a lot. So
yeah, I don't know why Farrar's haunted. I just know they've had several ghost hunters there.
Right, right.
They've all said something's there, but I don't necessarily know if I trust ghost hunter type people or not.
Well, they use those damn like spirit boxes and shit like that. I don't like that. Like, it's not the idea of the ghosts that puts me off. It's the God, what's that? The guy that Omar Gosh, that's his name. I cannot fucking stand that dude. Cannot fucking stand him. It's sort of like jabs at the ghost hunting thing, I guess. Right? Yeah, that's one thing. Those abandoned places, some of them have like chemicals and shit in it.
It's my dad. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Damn, Jay's in Grand Central fucking Station. Yeah, yeah. Zach Baggins. Oh man. Yeah. Okay, so what gets me about Zach Baggins is he goes in there antagonistic about shit, and if like there is something there, that's probably the worst way to go about it, like just to piss him off, right? but then he goes and he well, wasn't the Manson family door for sale or something like that recently at some auction? I don't know if Zach Baggins ended up with that, but he buys stuff like that. And I don't get into the whole murderabilia thing. I'm not going to go out and get Charles Manson's autograph, or I'm not gonna go and try to find a letter from Jeffrey Dahmer. It's just not something it's just not my bag. I like to study true crime, but I'm not gonna. There's a line there, right? The whole thing with me is making money off of situations like that. That's what kind of draws my line for me, I guess. That's just my take on Zach Baggins. Is my biggest knock on him is that he buys that murderabilia stuff, and I just can't. I just can't, man. Sam, you're a violent person. You talk about beating people up all the time. Yeah, I don't talk about cutting them up and fucking putting them in my refrigerator, though. You see the difference there, okay? And again, I usually get in a fight for a reason. There's an ulterior reason I got in the fight, not just because I wanted to get in a fight with somebody. That's the other thing, But yeah, I don't get into the murderabilia thing. I just don't do it. I don't know what anybody else's thoughts are on that, but that's just my thoughts on it. I don't think we should reward people for doing bad things. Is basically what it boils down to for me. Even if somebody offered, like Sam, if somebody offered you a Manson autograph for free, no, I don't want that bad mojo associated with anything I own. To me, there's a difference between having Freddy Krueger's autograph as a fictional character and having an actual. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference there. But that's just my take on it. Everybody collects differently. I'm not saying that you're a terrible person if you do it. I don't know. It feels weird to me. I don't know. I don't feel right about it, I guess. I guess that damn conscience I have, damn thing called a conscience. I wouldn't be able, like, if I was to do something like that, if I was to purchase something like that, I would feel complicit in it, I guess, to a degree. Like this, the thing is, the families don't get, like, the people buying and selling this stuff, they don't give the victims' families money or anything like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a gray area there, I'm sure. I'm sure there is, but that's my feelings on it. Yeah, anybody else is free to spend their money on whatever they want, man. I'm not telling you what to spend your money on, but I'm just saying what I won't spend mine on. So I guess I'm just my boundary I'm setting for myself. Like when I talk about this stuff, these are things I set for myself. I'm not really trying to apply it to anyone else outside myself. I don't have any legal authority or anything like that. I just speak my mind, I guess. It is what it is. Like I was saying earlier, I'm not trying to run for office or fix anything. I'm just making observations. I know it's probably a bad idea to put a horses with a carriage on a busy town square. I'm pretty sure that's probably not a good idea. Again, I don't work for city council here either, so honestly don't want the fucking job. Like here in America, we have what I like to call the John Wayne syndrome. We always think that somebody's going to come in on a John Wayne's going to come in on a white steed and save everybody. That's just not reality. Now, don't get me wrong. I like a good John Wayne flick. Don't get me twisted here. But I'm saying that real life doesn't always work that way, is all I'm saying. Yeah, it might happen once in a while, and that's a good thing, and we should applaud it. But we shouldn't expect that to be the norm either. So you gotta play the odds there. It's like a game of poker. You gotta play the odds. I'm glad I wasn't up on the square when that happened, though, because I would have been in the line of fire of that shit where it was located from the picture I seen. So, because sometimes I have went up to Living Windows before here in town, so it's not like I've never been up there before. I just didn't go that day, and the reason I didn't go that day was because Naomi wasn't feeling well. So, you know, one of them situations where it could have saved me some heartache there. I have a damn 1,000-pound horse and a carriage coming at my ass at a dead run. Don't need that shit. No thanks. Again, I talk about natural barriers, mountains, rivers, deserts. Like I want to put natural barriers between me and general society, because natural barriers are barriers naturally to stupid people. So if you go to the desert and you don't know how to live in a desert, you probably aren't going to survive. That's it right there. That's it.
So I just found out my brother-in-law's out of the hospital. Didn't even know he
Oh,
was
cool.
in. Didn't even know he was in.
Well, that's crazy. Nobody told you he was in there?
What's crazy is he's 35 years old and just had varicose vein surgery.
Wow.
Yeah. Apparently it was bad. I don't know. I just know that's an old person thing, or at least so I thought.
Right. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's like having liver spots or something like that. Right.
I don't know. All I know is apparently they cut him 14 times in his leg.
Damn, dude.
Put a bunch of pins and stuff in him. Or tubes, I guess. Little thin tubes.
Before I forget, I wanted to do a very special shout out tonight. Before I forget, shout out to Kat, that dude Mike.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kat, man. You guys should send Mike, that dude Mike, and Stupid by Design. Jay, you can drop his link in the chat for everybody. I mean, Magnus already knows it, but anyway, my point is that Kat's still in the hospital and she's having a rough time. So everybody send positive thoughts and prayers out to Kat. She's a friend of the channel, and we care about our people around here very dearly. Mike's doing okay. Mike's holding his own, guys, so don't worry about Mike. I mean, you can get in touch with him for sure, but like outside of the cat thing, I mean, he's doing good. Yes. Hey, thanks, Patrick. Thanks for hopping in, brother. I appreciate you. Oh, seen you at Roy's last night. I said hi to you in chat, but it was kind of busy last night, so I don't know if you got to see it or not, but I did say hi to you. I see Patrick. I got to say hi to him now. I got a kinship of humor there, you know. What?
Trying to figure out why I'm not subscribed to Mike anymore either.
Fucking YouTube. Like, unsubscribe you for me, unsubscribe you for Mike. Yeah, like YouTube doesn't see us come on here and and fucking hang out all the damn time. Yeah, let's unsubscribe them. Jesus Christ. YouTube, get your shit together, all right? I don't work for YouTube. Oh, you want me to monetize my channel? Well, that's too fucking bad. I don't want to monetize my channel. I'm happy doing what... Oh, it's cool. No, it's cool, Patrick. I just was saying hi to you. But yeah, I'm not trying to work for YouTube. I don't care, like, what YouTube... YouTube, can you top the name Jason Voorhees? If not, if the answer is no, then check the box that says go fuck yourself. That's my message to YouTube. Copyright strike incoming.
Nice.
Allegedly.
Damn it, I can't find it. It's pissing me off.
Can't find what? What are you looking for?
Mike's.
Stupid by design.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a channel?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I can't find the damn thing.
Type in capital S, capital B, capital D, and see if that brings it up. Damn it, where are you when we need you, Mike? Just tell us how to get to your channel. Which I know I'm subscribed to his channel. I know I am.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
I'm getting an apparel thing.
An apparel thing?
Yeah.
Dude. Yep. Yes, I know Voorhees is a real last name. When I went through the graveyard, the boneyard I told you about, Jay, there's a grave in there that says Voorhees. I went and thought about taking a picture of having somebody taking a picture of me with my hockey mask on in front of it. But again, going back to that being respectful of the dead thing, like that respect of the dead, it won't allow me to do such a thing. That's just disrespectful. I want to, if I go in that graveyard, I want to be as respectful as I can. I'm not walking on anyone's grave. I'm not littering. I'm not being antagonistic to any spirits that might be around, you know, and even just being there might be antagonistic to them. You don't know. But like, I did hear footsteps following me around, and you know what footsteps on grass sounds like, you know, so yeah. Yeah, man, good call. Yeah. You know, I was saying to Jay earlier, maybe I shouldn't have picked a fight with Jason Voorhees, but you know, here we are. Okay, it's too late to go back. I can't. It's already set in stone, right? So probably shouldn't have done that, but you know, I want to make a name for myself, and taking on Jason Voorhees would be a way to make a name for myself. Now, I might be eating out of a straw for the rest of my life, but guess what? They're gonna say Sam went out there and he fucking did it, man. Win or lose, he went out there and fucking did it, man. That's what I'm doing it for. I got one good fight left in me, guys. I got to make it count. I got to get as much. I got to get as much out of it as I can get. So that's why I chose the opponent I chose, is because, again. Oh yeah. I mean, man, the thing is, I used to work in a cemetery, guys. Like, here's the thing, guys. Like, I've worked in a cemetery before, so I kind of know what to do, what not to do. Like, these are all things that I already know. But like, I went down to the family's plot. You know what? Went over to the tombs. Some of the headstones were falling over. The flowers were knocked over. Shit was all disorganized and shit. And it's 90-some degrees outside. And this graveyard's in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? But you look around, there's trees as far as your eyes can see. And I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. They had me on the Humira at the time, so it was literally killing me at the same time. And I'm sitting there picking up the damn graveyard because it's disrespectful to have it in such a way. Do you understand? It was disrespectful to have a graveyard in disarray. So, and that was kind of how I look at shit. But that's just me, man. That's just how I am. I got a special, I guess, when it comes to death, I got a kind of a special thing with it, I guess. And most people have a weird hang up with death. Like, it doesn't have to be a negative thing either.
Found it.
Nice. SBD 420. Okay, I didn't know the 420. But it checks out. The math checks out.
Stupid by design.
See, we were so stupid by design that we couldn't even find the channel. Well, I have him on my subscriptions, but right.
I have no idea why I'm not subscribed to him again.
Fucking YouTube, man. Like, every time YouTube does that shit, you should fucking send him an email and bitch him out. Say, I'm a goddamn Marine. I will fucking whoop your damn ass. All right? Yep. Thanks for hanging out with us, Patrick. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for stopping by. I'm thankful. Thankful for all my peoples that show love on a Saturday night with me and Jay just sitting here hanging out, trying to shout people out and drop links. And again, shout out to Kat. I hope she gets well soon. Man, it's crazy. FS, I hope he's okay. I mean, Jesus, man. Crazy world we live in. You know, I know one of the military things that I dealt with, and I never even served in the military, but it's all often associated with it, and that's survivor's guilt. Like I've dealt with quite a large share of that in my life. Not being in the military, I mean, just in regular, normal fucking life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good sign for our country. I'm comparing it to a war zone, but I mean, that's what it is.
It is a war zone.
Yeah, it is. You're not wrong, Jay. I wish I could say you were wrong, but again, I don't like.
Never heard.
Here's the thing: I don't like to have to take some of the stances I do on things, but again, it's the aggression. I always take an aggressive stance if needed, if the situation is called for.
Sure.
But like the whole, I won't get into it. Certain things I don't do because it might give off an impression that I don't want to give off. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
If I don't do something, there's a reason for me not doing that thing that you're asking me why I don't do, whatever that may be. Sam, why'd you hit your dad's landlord? Well, he woke me up. I was drunk. I had a hangover, and he woke me up and shoved in his hands like the size of my face, and he shoves his hand in my face. And that's the first thing I see when I wake up is this guy 3 times my size shoving his hand at me, and I'm like, guess it's time to start swinging. This is what I did.
Give me one good second again.
Yeah. I don't like having to do it, but like at the same time, am I sorry I did it? Not really, because the guy kind of had it coming outside of that situation. But anyway, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but sometimes it's a necessary thing. The good thing about it is because I got a history of, kind of being a volatile in that way, a lot of people won't fuck with me here. So, I mean, in a way, it keeps me out of shit if I think about it. I'd rather avoid the fight to begin with than get into a fight. And if just my reputation does that, then I'm okay with it. That saves me the trouble, I guess. It saves me the trouble, saves me the courtroom, and the headache. Just avoided all this hurt with. This is why I don't get out. This is why I'm here doing this on a Saturday night instead of going out and partying and getting drunk and all that kind of foolishness. If that's your thing, no judgment. I'm just saying it's not my thing at this
point. I'm back, kinda.
Yeah, welcome back, Jay. You stand up and down more than they do at the damn Catholic Church. I swear to God. That's literally all they do there. Stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that commandment. Thou shalt stand up and thou shalt sit down. I missed that commandment there.
And then stand right back up.
And then stand right back up again. Yeah, I missed that one. You'll have to show me the Bible verse that says that, because I'd like to see it. Not that I'm saying the Bible's the end all be all of good and wrong or anything. I'm just saying that I never interpreted anything in the Bible to say that, so I guess I'm no biblical theologian or anything, but I'm pretty sure I'd have remembered the stand-up, sit-down rule. I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a good thing I'm Lutheran.
The only Catholic thing I've ever really been to in my life is a wedding. So, you know, and there was plenty of standing up and sitting down in the wedding too. So,
yeah, my sister married into a heavy Catholic family.
Candles, lots of candles. Like, you got to have a lot of fucking candles. Like, the more candles, the better.
I was too busy standing up and sitting down to notice what was on fire and what wasn't.
Right. Well, just like I was telling the story about that junior high, I had like 3 or 4 floors to it, and I was running up and down the damn stairs all day long. By the time I got done with school day, I was like, "Fuck this," you know.
Yeah.
But they don't have that school here. School, like a lot of the schools I went to here, they all been torn down or moved around. And
hell, that haunted school I went to now is being used as a house.
Right, right. There was an apartment that I used to live here in town that used to it was an actual fucking mortuary. The best part about it is, like, you can see where the hearse would pull in. I'll have to do a video for that to show you guys that, because you wouldn't believe it without seeing it. But it's got the spot where the hearse would back in and they'd unload the body down there and shit. Well, I lived in that basement of fucking apartment. Like, you know, the drainage things that they got where they drain the blood out and it all runs down in the drainage thing in the floor. Yeah, that was in the floor of this basement apartment. And I used to live down there with my buddy and his mom, and his radio would turn itself on at full blast at 3 a.m. And me and him both got to work the next day, and we're like, what the fuck? You know, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, what the fuck's going on? You know, damn ghosts, you know. Yeah. So I lived in a mortuary.
I just know I spent 3 years in that middle school, and the only thing creepy about it was the cemetery across the street.
Right.
But I wasn't there at nighttime.
Right.
So, and it's out in the middle of nowhere, and it's dark, and there's a cemetery across the street.
I mean, that checks some boxes for creepiness. Anyway.
It does, and it was an old school building, so yeah.
Right.
I just know they did ghost hunter things on it, and I never felt nothing.
And that's sometimes it, you know, again, they don't fucking go on our time scale. Like, they don't have to do what we tell them to do. They do what they want to do. For the most part. There's rules to that even too. Well, to keep things simple, you know, for most people.
I told the ghost in my apartment not to bake no fucking cookies, and they still haven't. So I think they listened to me.
I mean, you told them to do something they was probably not to do something they wasn't going to do anyway. So yeah, there's that.
Okay, well, I'll tell them not to say boo and cut holes in my sheets.
No, there you go.
Wow. You hear that, ghost?
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, that place you're in probably isn't new either.
No. In fact, the lady who lived in this apartment died over in this area somewhere.
Damn.
Yeah.
I know one of my dad's old neighbors. It was fucked up too, because like me and him have gotten into it like once, and he ended up hanging himself, dude. Like, it wasn't over anything I did or anything. Like, me, our disagreement was separate of that. I didn't tell him to go hang himself or anything like that, but like, yeah, he did, man. It's fucking nuts.
I can believe it. But I don't know about you, but I should probably get off of here. Got to call my dad back. I had to shorten the call because, you know, I was on live.
All right. No problem, man.
Yeah. See what's going on. I think he's trying to get me to come over for Thanksgiving.
Ah, I see.
I told him I don't like people.
So I just before you hop off here real quick, we won't be doing a stream obviously for Thanksgiving because everybody will be doing the holiday thing. So
yeah, whatever.
We'll see the next Friday after Thanksgiving. So
sounds fine to me.
Right on. All right, catch you later, Jay. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Y'all
Yep.
behave.
Yeah, I'll try. Allegedly. Yep. Well, it's about that time, guys. I've used up 2 hours of my time here. I got stuff to finish doing too. So I appreciate and I'm thankful for everybody hanging out with me. Like I said, I'm thankful for my channel. All I've been able to do on here. It's been a productive year overall. It's been a good year. It's been an up and down year, but I mean, overall, at the end of the day, take your wins how you can. Remember, guys, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a guy on YouTube. So until next time, guys, peace.